Collective, July. Can you believe it? We are already halfway through the year. Well, July is called the buck moon. The Native Americans actually use that as a symbol of growth. Why? Because the buck moon is about a buck, a deer, the male deer specifically, that sheds their old antlers and regrows newer ones that are stronger. It symbolizes vitality and the start of a period of new growth. It's a time where you examine what you've been procrastinating on. And there's like a wake-up call that this is a mid-year time, and if you want what you've been procrastinating on, it's time to take action. Taking tangible steps that bring you closer to what you want. The clock is ticking. We see that in July. So it's time to make those plans and stick with it, Moody. For me too, I'm the number one procrastinator. All the stories that I tell myself about needing more experience, qualification, help, time, suddenly this month they don't seem to matter. You realize that you have everything inside of you to make what you want happen. And there is no perfect time. That doesn't exist. No perfect moment. So we have to just face whatever is causing us to procrastinate. Sometimes it's fear. Face it head on and keep moving. It's about taking intentional first steps, believing in ourselves, and making it happen. July is also a month where a lot of high voltage planetary shifts are occurring. It's really intense. First of all, there's like 4 planets that are retrograde, right? Mercury, Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune. Let's see. I just want to know the dates on those. Right. So Mercury retrograde, it already started June 29th and it ends July 23rd. Neptune starts July 7th and goes all the way to December 10th. Neptune is the ruler for Pisces, along with Jupiter. This retrograde coming in July, on July 7th, is coming in Aries. Okay, so Aries is definitely about growth, determination, and that's what July is about. Saturn goes retrograde July 26th, and that also ends December 10th. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Again, it occurs in the sign of Aries. All about growing into a higher version of self, your full potential, major shifts in life. And Mercury occurs in Cancer. And so you could be paying attention to home, family, loved ones. There could be a need to shift. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. And then you have Pluto is also retrograde. It went retrograde May 6th, and it's going to last until October 15th of this year. So with all this planetary retrograde energy, there's a lot of introspectiveness, right? We're always thinking about ourselves, our situation, and what we need to do to change it. And for some of us, it's quite clear we need to grow a new set of antlers, right? And step boldly into our future. Aries, Saturn and Neptune both go retrograde in your sign. And the impact for you is to slow it down, rethink your professional mission and personal visions. You're rethinking your life plan, maybe setting new goals and intentions. This is the perfect month for that. Taurus, you're dealing with relationship issues, home related changes. They're forcing you to really think about what is important to you, what is of value to you this month. Not only what, but who. So for some of you, you have new people coming in. For others of you, you have people leaving your life. Gemini, with all this Mercury retrograde from the end of June to the end of July, look out for miscommunications, right? There's going to be technology snags. Yeah, Mercury does station direct on the 23rd. Cancer, Mercury actually goes retrograde in your sign. So a lot of feelings surface there. Again, pay attention to communication, how you say things. Remember, the tongue can be a knife. Feelings, things that you felt from the past, but they have not really been resolved, they come up. Pay attention to that because you have a new moon in July on the 17th, and it's a powerful opportunity to reset your emotions, your next step. It's a reset moment, as July is, right? Because it's a midway point in the year. You're paying attention to a lot of feelings. Also, with Mercury going retrograde, remember, focus on the way you communicate your feelings and emotions at this time. Leo, massive burst of visibility, personal growth. That kind of is an offset to all of this retrograde energy. So you being the sun, you're able to kind of push through that whole retrograde energy, and there's a lot of visibility on you this month. The sun is very visible. It shines brightly. It enlightens things to you. I don't see any clouds or shadow energy. Virgo, Venus enters your sign early July, and that boosts your personal relationships, your confidence, helps you streamline your finances. And it kind of, with the introspectiveness of Mercury, is a time for reset to determine that next step. Maybe you're planning. I see that planning, but now you're executing too. A lot of people say under retrograde, you're not trying necessarily to go live with something, but there's a lot in the planning stage underway with you. And this month, it really helps you, it boosts you to get back on course. Libra, important developments happen in your life, shifts in friendship, partnerships, people that are around you, right? Everybody doesn't move forward with you. I don't see that. You're very focused on your relationships. Because in late July, there is an Aquarius full moon. And so it's about freeing yourself from things that no longer serve you in preparation for bringing in new relationships. A lot is developing and emerging in terms of your relationship. Scorpio, career changes, some of them could be sudden, like out of the blue, like it's a surprise. Things fall into place in your lap. Unexpected professional opportunities present themselves. Sagittarius, opportunities for expansion, breaking out of your routine. Whatever your routine was, you're like ready to step into the unknown. You welcome it, actually. This happens especially towards the end of the month. Capricorn, Saturn is retrograde. That's your ruling planet. But you're breaking out. You're actually reviewing stuff. Everything is under review. Relationships, your career. You're very serious about this. There's an adjustment to your long-term commitments, like the job you committed yourself to, the relationship you committed yourself to. You are seriously reviewing everything around your structure, what you do every day. You're looking at it seriously. Aquarius, the full moon is in your sign. It's on July 29th. And this is bringing about a huge personal growth spurt, personal breakthrough. So look for the end of July to bring a breakthrough for you. Pisces, Neptune is retrograde, encouraging you to engage in deep self-reflection, spiritual growth, and also to reevaluate your dreams, your next step, your next adventure. All of that is happening this month. All right, let's go to the cards. Holy Spirit, what is it that we need to be aware of this month here? Holy Spirit. Be patient. They will show you who they really are. Full moon in Sagittarius could involve a Sagittarius, doesn't have to, but Spirit says be patient. This is a time of letting go of people, places, and things causing an imbalance. Full moon in Libra. So we got two cards here. People are going to show you who they are, and based on what you see, you'll determine whether or not you should let go of relationships or hold on to them. What else, Spirit? It is a month of transformation. This is Scorpio energy. Pluto is retrograde. So you're very introspective. All of us are very introspective in terms of looking at where we are at this critical point in the year and determining whether our efforts have been futile. I mean, all the energy that we've exhausted, have we really gotten what it is that we want? And also, we're paying attention with the Seven of Swords to not so much what people say, but what they do. And when they don't align, letting go, letting go. Yes, because we need to pursue Three of Pentacles, better relationships. Relationships that uplift us, that support us. The Empress. Ooh, that's that Aries energy. Aries is very active this year in our life, pointing us towards being a higher version of ourselves with transformation there. Yeah. The center of it all is the Four of Wands. That is having somebody that you can work with, right? That aligns with your goals and aspirations. Somebody who's actually there helping you turn the wheel, things moving forward. Eight of Pentacles, a foundational change. Could pertain to work, your career, but it does involve your pentacles and maybe even who you share those pentacles with. That's very important this month. Taking a hard look at your relationships and letting go of people, places, and things. Because some people aren't even open to change. If they're not aware, because everybody doesn't have the same awareness, and even if it is going to be the same awareness, the development of that over time doesn't occur at the same time. So if people are not where you are, this is about letting go. You can't force people to be on the same journey at the same time. That is not going to happen with everybody, but you shouldn't let that slow you down either. Ten of Pentacles, I see that in the near future because your perspective has changed when it comes to who you're going to invest your time with. Clearly. And what you're going to invest your time doing. I do see some of you are learning new things. Your perspective has changed, major growth. But when you begin to grow, sometimes it makes other people uncomfortable. And that's when they show you where they are, who they are, and you're able to make decisions that help you to continue to grow. Who's going with you? You're pushing yourself hard. You're no longer procrastinating. You're making decisions. Critical decisions are being made because you realize there's some baggage that you need to let go of in order to move forward. Deep reevaluation, especially when it comes to relationships. Spirit says, don't wear yourself out overthinking this. You know in your heart who has to stay and who needs to go. If it's not worth it, it's time for you to let go and balance your time more wisely. Tell me about love, Spirit. July, the buck moon, and the antlers. Deer determine who they are going to choose, especially the female deer, the doe, right? She determines that based off of the antlers. You always want somebody who's mature, who's grown, and their antlers usually reflect that growth. They shed the old one every year and regrow new ones, and that's kind of symbolic of us as people. Our objective is to continuously grow every year. But there's some people around you who are going to show you they're uncomfortable with your growth. They don't want you to leave where you are and leave them behind. And people, they're jealous of growth sometimes. Spirit says, let it go. Let go of people, places, and things. They're going to show you, and when they show you that they're not where you are, that they're not going in the same direction, let go. You've got some new connections coming in with the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like these are going to make you happier. And that's what Spirit is saying. You got some new connections coming in. That's going to bring you some love. And anyone who's not where you are or supportive of your next step, look for ways around them. They're obstacles to your happiness. What else? Take time out to explore deep emotions. Because 4 planets are in retrograde, so we're all very introspective and thinking about our next step and what are we preparing ourselves to do and setting those intentions. But in order for us to be free and to develop and to move towards this growth, we can't have baggage weighing us down, which are people, places, and things. It's a time for really doing a deep dive on our relationships. For some of you, in terms of love, there's a twin flame here. And that's that Three of Pentacles. That could be coming through. But first, we have to let go of that baggage. A few cards are here telling you that this baggage, I don't know if it's in the form of people, places, things, old patterns it could be, they are weighing you down. And sometimes it's best to let go and let Holy Spirit work things out. A lot of divine timing is at play here. Okay, Spirit. Tell me in terms of this twin flame, soulmate energy is here. What do we need to know? Why is this twin flame yin and yang card here? This is the past. They're desperate. Someone wants another chance to make things right. They're waving the white flag. I don't know. What do you think we need to do here with this soulmate that wants another chance? They're trying to convince you that they should still be a part of your future. But yeah, see, this twin flame comes in. The return of a past soulmate, a past life soulmate. For some of you, you got to let go of your current situation to prepare for what is coming in. There's twin flame energy here signifying the return of a past life soulmate. Damn. Divine feminine, divine masculine. That's that past life soulmate trying to re-enter your life. And Spirit's saying let go so that you create the space necessary to entertain what's coming in. Pay attention to your dreams. Messages are being given. Do things differently in order to bring health and vitality to your love life. July is the month to grow a new set of antlers, to step out of your comfort zone, to let go of whatever is heavy, weighing you down, and to look toward the future optimistically, positively. Good fortune awaits in the future. Comfort, major change. But it requires change in you for you to accept that you're an individual and to listen to what is happening to you right now. And for some of you, that involves you seeking your independence from people, places, and things. And to have faith in yourself, your dreams, your talents. They are a tool that can provide a bright future for you. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, a comforting message is on its way. And if you hearing that, you're going to know that everything is working out in your favor. 1331 in the comments. And until the next moon phase, namaste.